Hi, Carl Ford here in the TMC Net newsroom at IT Expo in Austin, Texas, and I'm here with Eric Hernaez, who happens to be the Vice President of Marketing at NetSapiens.
I sure do.
And he also is a Skype buddy, so we could talk all the time, but for your benefit, we're going to talk about what NetSapiens is doing right now, and you guys have kind of managed to make that cloud kind of work both ways, so people can do things inside and out. You want to talk about what you guys have done?
Absolutely. Earlier this year, we launched NShare, which allows us to put our IP-centric switching features in geographically dispersed locations, which means you could have part of your switch running on one side of the country and part on the other. And unlike other kind of resiliency schemes, they're both active all the time. So if one goes down, the other one automatically takes over all the features, nothing is lost. And that was great, but what we're doing this year is we've allowed it to shrink in a way that you can actually put a PBX, a part of this IP-centric switch, onto the customer premises. So if our service provider customers have their own customers that are a little bit leery of the cloud still, they like being able to say their PBX is on their premises and are quite concerned legitimately about security issues, they can now have that PBX running on the premises, but still have all the cloud goodness of the main switch that's sitting in the data center. So there's a couple of benefits aside from the resiliency of it. Part of the system allows you to find the switch that's closest to the subscriber and point them at that switch. So if somebody happens to go off the campus or outside of the office environment, let's say they're traveling and they want to hook into their office PBX from a soft phone or from a smartphone, the system will automatically find the part of the switch that's closest to them and register them to that switch, and now that becomes their temporary home node, if you will. So that's great for quality of service issues, especially if you're talking over the data network. You want to be able to keep the user as close to the switch as possible. So we've just launched we just deployed our first customer using this scheme, and we're very excited about it.
So for some companies that are service providers who are also like managed service providers as well, that's a good mix because they can offer it both ways and in effect make it so that there's an automatic fault tolerance and disaster recovery plan too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And in addition to that, a lot of companies who are in this business are used to selling boxes onto premises, right? They're used to selling hardware and have not yet made the cultural shift to the cloud. So this gives them a bridge. They can sell part of the switch directly to the CIO, who's very concerned about having the switch on premise, but still have the cloud as the backup and all the benefits of that kind of configuration.
Okay. Now, just out of curiosity, does that also add some feature richness to it as well? Like, can you guys support them doing some HD quality or any of those kind of things?
Well, we're a very full-featured switch to begin with. So, our basic product has every feature you can imagine, including video calls and HD calling and all that. What this does is really just takes that very big feature-rich switch, allows you to wrap it up in a small package and put it wherever you want it, but at the same time manage it from a central location, manage it from one place.
And because of the fact you can deal with local services, that also means that if someone's trying to work remotely, you've got that covered as well. Just out of curiosity, who are you trying to reach out to right here at the show? Who's been your target audience?
You are my target audience right here. No.
Hey, there's truth in that. But
there is. Well, we're trying to get the word out to service providers. Service providers and MSPs who are deploying managed services are natural beneficiaries for this kind of technology, and that's why we're here.
Well, great. I'm glad you are. So thanks, Eric.
Yeah, thank you.